Hello, my darling Pisces. It's time for your weekly reading. It is a good time of year, summer. We're getting in there. It's not just the very, very beginning. Now it's getting hot and wonderful. So I love it. I hope you love it. And things are getting exciting. And I think things are getting better. I know I'm a hyper optimist, but I think things are going to get better. I think we're going to have some good stuff ahead. I have given some pretty ugly readings lately. That is not ugly, though. I've given some good ones, but also a lot of bad cards seem to be coming up for everybody, even in good readings. I tend to be getting the Three of Swords, Eight of Swords, Ten of Swords, and the Tower constantly. So there is that. Now, this reading is for the 25th of June to the 30th, 2021. It's a bit late, and I seriously apologize for that, but this week has been kind of a nightmare. And my planning abilities and my time management are a joke. So I'm trying to work on that because otherwise, you know, you're going to have to wait for me with late videos, and I do not want that. If you are waiting for things, I don't want to leave you waiting, and so I'm going to get better. I really, really am. I'm working on it. And you know how life is. Sometimes things just come up, and I'm going to try to factor time in for everything so that I don't hold things up for you. Okay, well, a bunch of cards just, well, you know what? There they are. You know what? I'm going to give it to you because I usually don't. Sometimes if I don't feel the cards are shuffled yet, I won't do that, but I kind of did, so I'm going to go with it, even if we're not happy about it, which I'm not. See? These cards, they just keep coming up. 3 of the 4 I mentioned. It's like a plague. But you know what? There's some really solid stuff here, too. It's not the best reading, I'm not going to lie, but there's some really happy and powerful stuff here, too. So, let's unpack it and let's just get into the crap, because what else can you do? So, we've got the 3 of Swords. It's a sad card. There's sadness here. A lot of people, I think, are getting this card coupled with this because they almost always come together. Now, in your case, you didn't get the Ten of Swords with it because often I get the trifecta. The Ten of Swords is the worst one, where the guy is completely defeated, full of 10 swords in his back. This one is very sad. There's sorrow here. Whether it's something currently happening, like a breakup or something else that's sad, I don't know. Because I'm reading for multiple people, a general reading is different than if you were sitting here in front of me. So something is sad, but it could be this because a lot of people are feeling trapped. And I'm going to say that's because of what's going on in the world. We can't go where we want to go, do what we want to do. But I think that's going to change soon. But at the same time, it has taken a toll on people. It really has. So now we have this sadness. And if it's about something else, so be it. Maybe you have a different situation where you're trapped in something. Maybe the trapped is in a relationship, or you're not really trapped. These swords can't really contain you. And these swords represent thoughts. So, you know, it can't contain you. This is not like a tightly bound woman, and a blindfold, you can pull that off. So whatever this feeling of being trapped is, whether it's the worldwide setup or whether it's something in your own life, whip off that blindfold. Stop feeling trapped. You don't have to be. You know, we can't control everything, but you can control a lot, and we'll talk about that in a minute. A lot you can control. So, I know, I don't want to say don't be sad, because sometimes we just have to dive into it and get it over and done. Whatever you feel, you have every right to feel, and you probably have valid reasons for feeling it. The Tower. The Tower is upheaval, which everybody's getting this card lately. It's crazy. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, but it is summer. My window is shut. It's very stagnant in here. I need some fresh air. But it's so noisy outside that if I open my window, you're not going to be able to hear me. So this can be the worldwide situation because everybody's getting it, or it can be upheaval in your own life. Sometimes when we're feeling trapped, there is upheaval and we feel trapped by it. But sometimes when we feel trapped, we need to create upheaval to get out of it. So whatever's going on here is complicated, but you probably know what it is. And if you don't know, don't worry or panic. Just be prepared. Be prepared. I'm going to guess As is so often the case with this card, I'm going to guess this has to do with whatever's making you feel trapped. So if it's a relationship, it might be time to go into the chaos to come out on the other side. I hate to say that, but I don't want you to feel trapped. And if it's just the whole worldwide thing, well, you know, all things will pass. So no panic, okay? My darling Pisces, I want you to be happy. It's not the happiest reading, but it's manageable, perhaps. This card, I believe, has to do with all of this. You're feeling worried about money. You're feeling worried about money and finances because when we're in this, it's really hard to be productive. It's not impossible, but it's not easy. And you guys are very intuitive and creative, typically. So it's very hard when you're going through anything to sort of be on top of all the rest and knowing that you're set financially. And we also have the devil. The devil can represent a Capricorn. If you have a Capricorn in your life, maybe it's related to all of this. Maybe that's what you're changed to, because this represents a warning not to be chained or obsessed with anything that's going to cause you harm. So when I see this feeling of you feeling trapped and having this sorrow, and then I see the devil right with it, I can't help but wonder if what's trapping you is also what's chaining you. It can mean an addiction. If you are addicted to anything, drugs, alcohol, whatever, and it's causing you harm, and that's what you're trapped in, I hope that you can find a way to get out of that, because you've got a lot to do, and so you can't be in that. You have to find a way out of that. Yes, it will be upheaval to get out of that. Yes, it might be expensive to get out of that. I don't know. Everybody has different ways of doing it. But if that's your case, I will send you a lot of positive energy, because you need some strength, but you also have some strength here. You have a lot of strength. A lot. So, interestingly enough, maybe I've overstated this. Maybe this is more about the worldwide thing. I'm hoping. And this is just a light-hearted warning to not drink too much, not smoke too much, whatever. Because sometimes that is what the devil is. Or to not eat too rich a food, or to not shop too much, or, you know, whatever the thing is that causes you harm. For some people, the harm is beating yourself up too much, like not having a good internal dialogue, not giving yourself a break. That can be an obsession that the devil can represent. Also, going after the wrong people, you know, falling in love with wrong people, you know, something to look out for, something to not do. It sounds so simple, I know, but all these things can be managed. They really can, okay? Now, you've got the other half of your reading is phenomenal. So, go figure. But sometimes that's the way life works. So you've got this card, the Eight of Wands. Fast and furious action, something really positive. This is not negative action, this is positive action. Maybe it's you getting the hell out of whatever this situation is. But it is fast and furious action, and it is good and strong and speedy and swift. So this is a really good card. Sometimes it represents love coming in fast. So sometimes we call this the arrows of love. And then you also have this card, the Ace of Cups, which is an amazing card. It is the beginning of something you're really passionate about. It can be love, but it can also be anything that you want to put into action, that you want to bring into this world. It could be a business. It could be a project. It can be an artistic pursuit that you want to take. You want to create a beautiful piece of art, do a painting. It can be anything. It's about your passion. It can be throwing yourself into your children and, you know, making them have great success and finding ways to be creative in a world where there are all these boundaries. You know, you're going to find it because you have all this beautiful passion. And cups represent water signs, and of course Pisces, you are a water sign along with Scorpio and Cancer. So Pisces and passion are interlinked for all eternity, which is fantastic. And see, then you have this, the Three of Cups, a card of celebration, a card of great celebration and happiness. Some people say this is a love triangle. I don't typically find that to be true, but with all of this problematic poo, if it is a love triangle, please tell me, because I'd like to know. This is a happy card, typically. It's a card of celebration, people coming together, often a celebration surrounding a wedding. So this is all very loving and beautiful and positive and powerful. And then these two cards are the ones I want you to take away from this reading, because this means nothing when you have this, okay? It means nothing when you have this. You have the Chariot, one of the most powerful cards in the deck. This is all about you hold the reins of your life. You can change whatever you need to change or create whatever you want to create. You have the power. This is your life. You only get one that I'm aware of at this moment, okay? Maybe there are more, but seriously, while you're here, you need to take the reins of that life and drive it with a powerful passion that you have wherever you want to go. And you can, and I want you to have that. The other thing is the Magician. These two cards together, this is like beyond anything you could. This is so insignificant compared to this, okay? The Magician has everything. The Magician is eternal. The Magician puts one hand in the air and one hand coming down to earth. As above, so below. The powers of the universe are yours. They're coming down. You're going to harness it and bring it to earth. You're going to harness it like you're going to harness driving your life forward. You've got the passion, the overflowing passion to make anything happen. Some people never have any passion. They just meander through life without this deep, intense passion. This is a gift, and it's your gift, and you've got it, and you've got all this power. You've got the wands, the action, the thing that puts anything you want into action, the power to put anything into action. You've got the pentacles that you can take control over and invest in your health and your world, your finances, everything you want. And you've got the swords, you've got the intellect. You've got the intellect to make everything happen. The intellect can make us feel horrible sometimes, but it's also there that you can direct it. Just like you can direct everything, you tell yourself that you're okay and you're going to make it and everything is going to work out and you're going to make it work out because you have the power. This is a very powerful reading. Very powerful reading. You've got it. You've got it. I know you're going to be okay. In fact, you're going to be better than okay. With this level of passion, you're going to be way better than okay. My darling Pisces, you have a great week. I want everything to go right for you, and I'm going to talk to you soon. Take care.